Hello everyone, we've reached the Kingdom of Argonia and we're just searching through the town now to find treasure and get upgrades. Let's explore this area over here first then. There's a lady over here. Hello lady. It sounds like Prince Shambles is trying every trick in the book to get out of the initiation. Faking illness, shutting himself away, you name it. I suppose you can't really blame him for being scared. He has to take a jewel from one of those huge fearsome Argon lizards, after all. A bag of rennet powder. What do we got over here? Nothing. Alright, let's go ransack the upstairs then. We offer books. Okay, would you? Thank you. Flicking through the pages like this makes a refreshing little breeze. What? It's a book entitled The ABCs. C is for cow. There's a drawing of a cow next to the letter. Okay. See Lorenzo up on the hill? He's been disinherited. What does disinherited mean? I don't see Lorenzo up on the hill. I have no idea who Lorenzo is. I'll take your word for it, little girl. There was a real hullabaloo at the castle before Prince Shambles had gone missing. Sounds like they found him now, though. He's probably hoping to get away while everyone was, such a fluster looking for him. But the Chancellor was quick off the mark for once and had the exit sealed so he couldn't escape. I can hardly believe it! It seems Prince Shambles has been engaged from the minute he was born. His fiancée is the princess of a country on the other side of the ocean called Tradain. People say she's a real beauty. King Clavius is an excellent ruler. Under his leadership, Argonia can't fail to prosper. But it's a bit worrying to think how things will go when it's time for Prince Shambles to take over. Imagine him in charge of politics. Yes, the loser prince. A common trope. Another mini-medal. This game just feeds me mini-medals. I love it. Makes me all the closer to getting my Uber Miracle Sword. A piece of cool cheese. There's an ancient ritual here in Argonia where the prince is to prove that he has what it takes to rule the kingdom after his father. He does that by defeating a rare monster called an Argon lizard and bringing back its jewel as proof of his conquest. If he succeeds, he's recognized as the heir to the throne. It's sort of like a coming-of-age ceremony, I suppose. Okay, there we go. See what we got here. I do. Okay. Okay. So we explored that house. Let's explore this house. I have to keep my voice down because I don't want to be overheard. But I'm more than a little bit worried about the future when I think of Prince Charmos ruling the roost. I mean, it's hard to believe he's King Clavius' son with looks like that. Clavius is so distinguished and handsome, while Charmos is just, well, charmless, really. If it was just his looks that weren't up to scratch, it wouldn't matter, but it goes a lot deeper than that. Every time my husband opens his mouth, he comes out with something bad about Prince Charmles. I can see where he's coming from, but still... Nothing. Tam Terra Hardma, is that what you got for a dungeon? Strong antidote. It's a pretty interesting setup. I kind of like that. Giant table right in the living room or dining room. A hairband. Man, the stuff in this place sucks. Oh yes, spectacles and a magical hat. Well, I don't have magical hats or spectacles, so... Prince Charmles tried to do a runner to back road again, apparently. That's the first thing he does when he's stressed. He always turns to gambling. Sounds more like a lowlife in Pick'em than a prince. Hello there, little slime statue. You thought you could get away from me. Speaking of which... Lists of challenges. Oh, okay, that's weird. Guess I gotta take that back to the dude. Someone agreed with it? That's good. Tam Terra's really good. Apparently Prince Charmles is scared of the lizards, so he's trying to avoid doing the initiation. What a sorry state of affairs. What with that cowardly prince and the chances good for nothing son Lorenzo, this country's really going to the dogs. Did you know that King Clavius had an elder brother called El Trio? Well, apparently he gave up his title and everything and left Argonia. I don't know why, though. Yeah, continue. Alright, let's check over here. What are you selling, bunny girl? Nothing worthwhile. Alright. I haven't been able to get inside the castle up to now because Prince Charmles is causing such a stir. But I finally got it just now and managed to get a hold of my permit for setting up shop during the bazaar. What is this place? Organ there. This looks like another church. Oh, they're gay. Look at that. This building is used for big events, but there's not much going on lately. It's like a wedding hall. Did you know about the wasteland across the sea to the northwest of here? Nobody lives there. People say it's a shrine. That a shrine in the middle of it is filled with the darkest powers in the world. It's a place everyone's been going to for years to perform dark rites, apparently. Well, the kind of people that who go in for that sort of thing, I mean. Oh, look at that! Another little slime! How do I get a good angle of this thing? I won't zoom in anymore either. What? That counts? There. Jeez Louise, it's such an exacting position to get with the slime. Alright. You can go in and out of the castle whenever you want now. Prince Charmos has been found at last, so the doors are open. This is the entrance to Argonia Castle. Argonia Castle opens its doors to everyone, but make sure you behave properly when you're inside the castle walls. I only just heard this, but apparently there's some kind of agreement between Jordan and Argonia. They say if a boy and a girl are born in each kingdom, they have to marry. The agreement was made a long time ago, so Prince Charmos and Princess Medea are fulfilling a vow their grandparents made. I wonder what it's like to be engaged from the minute you're born. Do you think they're happy about it? Well, I wouldn't be. But maybe they are. I doubt they've ever actually met. I was supposed to be a maid, but until the other day, all I was doing was looking for Prince Charmos. I thought it was a bit of a waste of time looking for him when he was probably long gone, but he actually was inside the castle all along. Can you believe that they finally found Prince Charmos hidden in a barrel of all things? You must be braver than we thought to endure so many days stuck in a tiny place like that. Hey, rock salt. Got a lot of rock salt. I wonder if there's gonna be another slime in the this castle. Actually, a very strange jester was here at the castle the other day. He sort of appeared out of nowhere. No one really paid him that much attention. But with all the fuss Prince Charmos was making at the time. Well, it's quite a big thing that he was here, isn't it? It's my job to keep the castle safe, so I feel bad that I wasn't more on the ball. I can't believe that no-good jester escaped. I got a feeling I'm gonna regret that blunder for many a day. But I won't let him go when I see him next time. Not that I particularly want to see him again. Of course, I was sure my number was up at any time. Have you heard? Since Prince Charmos is so scared of doing the initiation that he hid himself in a barrel. Ridiculous, isn't it? I bet the wedding would be off if the princess of Jordan never got wind of it. Oh yeah, that was meant to be a secret. Don't tell anyone, okay? A magic mirror? No, I've never heard anything like that. If you want to know about magic, you should ask one of the royal magicians. They'll probably know what it is you're talking about. I can get a magic vestment now if I want. I just haven't picked one up yet. mini medals. There were a lot of messages coming from Jourdain before the royal engagement was announced. But lately there haven't been any at all. I don't know why they stopped coming, but I have a bad feeling about this. Well, with Jourdain being so far away across the ocean, it's not easy to make contact with them over all that quickly. Alright, what's next? Let's take me inside the castle. Not where I want to be. Is it? No, it does not appear to be. Okay. I guess there's a door in there I did not see. Like the stairs directly ahead of me. King Clavius Stone was just inside. Make sure you're on your best behavior and you don't do anything to disturb His Highness. I don't think that's gonna happen. How can we promise the prince he'll be safe during the initiation without sending soldiers along to protect him? It's no good, I just can't see how it's possible.
Your Majesty, are you feeling poorly? Did those travelers cause you some trouble?
No, I'm fine. One of them reminded me of someone, but I must be mistaken.
The king's terribly troubled at the moment because Prince Charles refuses to carry out the initiation. His Majesty is even considering having guards escort him. That would hardly prove his ability to succeed the throne. If anything, it would prove just the opposite.
The magic mirror? But it's a precious royal heirloom. Why on earth do you require it? Explain yourself. I understand. However, as I have said, the magic mirror is a treasure of the royal family. I cannot simply give it to you.
I knew he'd say no.
C'est la vie, I suppose. It was a lot to ask.
So now what? How are we going to avenge my brother's death without that mirror?
If what you say is true, you must have survived a great many ordeals on your travels. That means your fighting skills must be on a par with those of my soldiers.
But Your Majesty, you can't possibly plan to use those travelers instead of royal guardsmen.
Well surmised, Chancellor. Listen to me carefully. I rule with a fair hand, but I cannot grant every request that is made of me. However, if the royal family owes someone a debt of gratitude, I consider it my duty to fulfill it. You need the magic mirror. Then accept my request. If you complete the task I set forth for you, you may have the mirror. Summon the prince!
At once, Your Majesty.
The request concerns my son, Prince Charles. To become king of Argonia, one must undertake a special initiation ceremony. There is some risk to life and limb, and the prince is unwilling to do it. As a father, the thought of putting my own son in danger pains me. But he must pass the initiation if he is to succeed me to the throne. It is the tradition of our kingdom. I was considering sending a detail of royal soldiers to protect him during the rite. However, I fear it will ruin his reputation. So my request is this. You outsiders will accompany my son to the royal hunting ground. Naturally, this would remain completely confidential. It is vital that everyone believes my son passed the initiation on his own.
Your Majesty, Prince Charmles is...
What is it this time?
The prince has run off again. I'm extremely sorry, Your Majesty. This is all my fault. I'll bring Prince Charmles to Your Majesty as soon as we can find him. As your humble and faithful servant, I beg...
You incompetent fool! Please pardon my outburst. But we cannot continue this discussion without my son.
Alright, let's go find your son. Wherever the fuck he may be. Being a little asshole somewhere. There's a book entitled Fashionable Fashion for Flunkies. Yes, it's hard being a lowly dog's body. Life at the bottom of the pile can be draining for both body and soul. So what do you need as a dog's body, said to originate in the bandanas worn by pirates. This fashionable headgear not only looks great, but mysteriously empowers its wearer as well. And making one couldn't be simpler. Take a regular bandana, dye it with fresh coral, and then embellish with a tough guy tattoo. Don your new creation and feel the freedom of the sea, or the power of the waves, and the thrill of the deck swapper's daily duties in all that you do, or are ordered to do. Dog's body, said. Bandana plus tough guy tattoo plus coral hairpin. It's a book entitled Agility and You. Many items for increasing agility utilize the agility ring as a fundamental ingredient. Take a Mercury's bandana, for example. It is made by combining something that protects your head with an agility ring. Yeah, I didn't know how to do that. It's a book entitled True Tales of the Truly Terrifying. The following is an absolutely true story. I heard it from my friend's sister the other day. About a month ago, she went mushroom hunting in a forest to the east. On her way back, she noticed that something was wrong. Birds were falling from the trees, rabbits and fawns writhing on the ground in agony. All of them were foaming at the mouth. The forest is usually a place of peace, but on this day it was more like a hell on earth. What fiendish power was behind this devilry? That's when she noticed the song. An eerie, grotesque voice, like nothing she'd ever heard before, was issuing from holes in the ground. Moments later, her sight darkened and she swooned. When she came to, she was back in her own bed. A hunter had found her unconscious body and brought her back to the village. To this very day, she shudders to recall the scene. The worst part, she says, is that she can't get the words to the song out of her mind. Dig, dug. Dig, dig, dug. Huh, lovely. It's a logbook entitled Prince Charmles' Observation Log. March 23rd, the prince was captured this morning. He had escaped from his room by fashioning a rope out of his curtains. He was undoubtedly planning to head to the casino at Baccarat. The prince remains unrepentant. June 4th, the prince was captured this afternoon. He hid himself inside a barrel, apparently with the intention of sneaking out of the city. He even prepared a special barrel with holes in the bottom, allowing him to move when nobody was looking. The prince can be surprisingly resourceful when he wants to be. Prince Charmles shook off one of my colleagues and ran back to his room. I thought it was odd that he went so quietly in the first place. He was obviously plotting to run away again all along. Yeah, obviously. Huh, I really messed up this time. I was upstairs, so I couldn't respond quickly enough when the prince ran away again. He wasn't in his room, so maybe he went over to the second floor roof and crossed over to the west wing of the castle. Mini metal. Alright. Up the stairs we go. What is up here? That leads out. Let's go in here. Just castle's too big. I don't like it. Oh, this must be Charmel's room. Elfin elixir. Alright, that's what's out here. Too many areas to explore. You got a squishy tank for Tamtera, huh? That's not good. Alright. It sounded like there was a bit of a commotion going on downstairs. What happened? Of course, it had to be the prince. I don't know why I bothered asking, really. With all his nonsense, it's hard to keep on serving him. Nothing up there. I don't blame the prince for feeling the way he does. It's a bit unfair to expect him to fight lizards when he hates them so much, initiation or not. I saw a huge one at the storeroom the other day. Actually, I tried to catch it, but it got away. I wonder if it got through a hole somewhere. There are lizards living in the ceiling of the room below this one. Every now and then, they drop down onto the floor below. Of all the places for Prince Charles to hide, he can't stand the sight of lizards. Appears to be a diary of a female royal officer. Of course, I never go anywhere without wearing my scholar specs. They're simply perfect for an calmly quick-witted girl like me. But on my hat, oh, it's a disaster. It's so hideously uncultured. If only I had a hat that reflected my superior intelligence as well as my spectacles do. I suspect that I could combine the scholar specs with a hat to make a perfect magic piece of headwear. But I simply couldn't better sacrifice them. What to do? I lie awake at night fretting about it, you know? It isn't as easy being a beautiful genius. Sesame discovers a new recipe for the alchemy bot. Scholar's got people magical hat plus scholar specs. So this is locked. A cloak of evasion. It's a small hole in the wall. Send Munchie through. Alright, Munchie. It's time to shine again. Let's chase the lizard and get him to go where we want him to. Yeah, walk towards that hole, you little shit.
Is there something on my head? Gah! Ah! Ick! A lizard! What's it doing here? Get it out! Get it out!
Room below appears to be empty. Alright. Why is there a staircase inside the wall? That's weird. So peaceful there now, it's just you and Stinky. Well, when you get rid of dead weight, it tends to be peaceful. Well, I do wish the prince would know when to stop his tomfoolery and get on with the initiation like he's supposed to. Hopefully he'll have learned by now that trying to run away or hide just won't work. Hopefully. When Prince Charming ran out of the room, he was in quite a most hysterical panic. He must hate lizards. Poor Prince Charming was seized by the soldiers the second he ran out of that room. And do you know what he said? That if only it wasn't for that lizard, he could have stood at least another 3 days in there. That's a good thing I dropped that lizard on his head. Another mini medal. Man, and enough to get a staff of divine wrath soon. $50 gold. Rennet powder. Seed of strength. Let's not open that one again. Okay, or not again. Guess we can return to the king. One's locked. Alright. The soldiers took Prince Charming down to the throne room. He looked a bit green in the face, I can tell you. He really looked defeated this time. The Chancellor had told me to wait here once I'd finished escorting the prince. I wonder what my next orders will be. I was ordered to wait here for some reason. I wonder if this has something to do with the initiation. Maybe that rumor about having guards to go along to protect the prince was true.
Ah, perfect timing. Allow me to introduce my son. This is Prince Charming, the future king of Argonia.
What is all this, Father? Why are you wasting my time with this whiff-waff?
They're going to protect you during the initiation. They will need to know who you are.
Initiation? Who said anything about the initiation? I don't recall agreeing to that. I hate lizards. How many times do I have to tell you?
Listen carefully, Charmles. Enough is enough. I am aware of your aversion to the initiation, but it remains your duty to complete it. You won't be able to marry Princess Medea until you prove your worth.
Well, I don't care about getting married anyway.
You're making a mistake, Charmles. I hear Princess Medea is, well, boom! You understand what I'm saying?
Wow!
Now, have you reconsidered?
You can leave me out of this, thank you.
Anyway, my son, do you realize what people say about you behind your back? This is your chance to prove yourself, to show the world you are a man. These people can assure your safety. Well, Charmles, do you accept?
Yes? Wait, no. I mean, oh, I don't know.
I heard a yes. That's my prince. I'll ensure that everyone believes you're doing it on your own. You will leave now. Hide yourself in the wagon at the city gates and await your bodyguards.
Right now?
Chancellor, accompany Charmles to the gate. The prince is leaving for his initiation. Summon the royal guards. The prince must have a fittingly ostentatious send-off. Remember, he is leaving on his own.
It shall be as you wish, Your Majesty.
But I'm not ready yet. Oh.
Off at last. I wish you luck. And remember, your mission is top secret. Charmles will explain the details of the initiation himself. Fulfill my request, and you have my word that the magic mirror shall be yours.
Okay, so let's go make sure I can leave town and come back into town and such, and then I will save the game and we will do the hunting ground stuff tomorrow. I just want to make sure I'm able to get some EXP tonight and some gold so I can have a lot for the bazaar. I want to make 2 Scholar's Caps. Charmles has finally woken up to his responsibilities as the Prince of Argonia. I couldn't have hoped for better news. I can hardly believe that the Prince Charmles went out all on his own like that. I'm so impressed. 3 cheers for Prince Charmles, 3 cheers for Argonia, hip hip hooray! I was convinced we'd be sent along with the Prince's bodyguards. The future of Argonia lies in your hands now. Please make sure you don't let us down. I must admit, it seems I was wrong about Prince Charmles. If he's brave enough to go off on his own like that, I've been doing him an injustice. Well, I suppose he's only doing what is expected of him by going to the initiation on his own. Still, it's been quite a while since Prince Charmles lived up to any kind of positive expectation. Well done, him.
That stinky old wagon is far too small for me. Maybe I could stretch my legs if you got rid of that worthless pot. Good grief! What's that? What kind of people are you traveling with a freak like that?
Here, Grandad. You'd have bitten my head off if I said something like that. I'm a king, you half-witted twat. Come a little closer. Look at us. Don't you see? We can't tell him his fiancée has turned into a horse. Much better to keep the truth a secret for now. Make sure everyone knows to keep it under their hats. Prince Charmless! What is our destination?
It's Charmley, you clot. Just head east. Eventually we'll come to the royal hunting ground. That's where the initiations take place. Oh, and before I forget...
Some lizard humor and puts it in the bag.
This phial contains a powder that masks human scent. You must sprinkle it on yourselves before we enter the royal hunting ground. Argon lizards are very sensitive to smell. If they get wind of our unmasked scent, they'll run away. In other words, we've got to smell like lizards to fight lizards. I'm supposed to be doing this by myself, so I shall be staying in the wagon until we arrive. I'll alight upon arrival, and we shall then proceed on foot. Now get a move on, you lazy rascals!
Can I just kill this kid? I'm pretty certain I'm strong enough to defeat all the guards in the castle here and just get the EXP. And the shield that way. Although if I kill the kid, I'm fairly certain the king and all of the people in town would probably be happy. That's it, everyone. I think that's going to be it for today's stream. I want to thank you all for viewing. It's been an excellent, fun time for us. But tomorrow I will be back with more gold, more EXP, more levels. So everyone, join us tonight, 7:30 to 9:30 most likely, assuming work allows it. There will be Final Fantasy Explorers with PMet or Wintrigue as she is in the chat. And then from tomorrow, I'll be back with Dragon Quest. So everyone, have a good one. We'll see you later.